All right, Shalom. First and foremost, all praise, honor, and glory is due to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, Waharakah Kodash, which in the ancient Hebrew tongue would be the correct names of the Heavenly Father, His beloved Son, and the Holy Spirit. I also would like to give double honors to my teachers, the head apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Much due honors and respect to the sincere brethren out there that's also laboring in His work. And as always, want to say shalom to you believers, the Akim, as well as the Aqua, the brothers, along with the sisters out there that subscribe to this truth as well. So yeah, this lesson right here is going to be concerning the perilous times that's fast approaching. All right, because when you read the scriptures with an eye, if you will, if you're able to see, the scriptures captures the distress and anguish and calamities that's going to befall the entire planet Earth. And in particular, this judgment is going to be geared towards the nation of Israel. You know why? Because the Lord extended somewhat of a peace offering to His people, and they rejected it. So now we're in a time of judgment. Even in the world, they say, hey, I'm done talking, which insinuates what? Now action is about to ensue, man. And it's the same with Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. When you consider, whenever the Lord brought destruction or brought forth His wrath, He always sent His prophets, ahead of that destruction to forewarn you, so that you might prepare yourself either way, okay? You can brace yourself for that impact. And that shows you, hey, that in itself is mercy, man. Because the Lord can abruptly just uproot you, man, and suddenly destroy you without warning. But the Lord in His mercy, He actually warns you. And in the case of Israel, the Lord opened up a way for you to return to His good graces, if you will, for you to have an opportunity to be under that hedge of protection. But Israel rejected that, all right? Now we're in a time where judgment is about to be poured out. And the reason we can come to this conclusion is because the sequence of events that's been taking place over the last, 24 hours, maybe 48 hours. And if you are aware of what's taking place, if you have somewhat of a pulse, any type of feel for the current events that's been happening, you will know that these devils is getting ready to shut down a lot of these YouTube channels, man. And that includes the brothers that's pushing out this truth. Really, that's who these devils is focusing on. All right, you got YouTube with this whole community guidelines, all right? And they threatening to take down any channels that have what you might call radical views, these different videos that, you voice your opinion. And you notice, man, these devils, they not concerned with, the black consciousness community, or Islam or the Moors. The reason why these devils is being stirred up is because His truth is having its free course, man. All right? This truth is beginning to take root on the planet Earth, and it's in the form of the prophets uploading these videos, because by us doing these videos, we can affect more people, and that's all due to the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. All right? But the reason why I'm bringing up that point is because once this word is shut down and you can't access this word, then the destruction is coming, man. And we all know ultimately this place is going to be destroyed in the form of those ICBM missiles being shot throughout the world, mainly here on the soils of America. But it's going to be a build-up to that, It's going to be a build-up to that. Just like in the time of Noah. In the time of Noah, the Lord just didn't pour out, the flood, like the damn ice water bucket challenge, just poured out water and it just instantly filled up the earth. It was a gradual build-up. The first raindrop, the second raindrop, and it accumulated, And that's the essence and the spirit of Yahushua. He come in the spirit of suddenness. Those raindrops is like somebody tipping up on you, man. And this modern day flood is going to come in the form of famine, race riots, all hell breaking loose in America. It's not going to just abruptly happen. It's going to tip up on you, just like raindrops. Matter of fact, let's start off real quick since I mentioned that. The book of Matthew, the 24th chapter. And starting at the 38th verse, it says, "For as in the days of for as in the days that were before the flood, see, they were eating and drinking, marrying, and giving in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark." Right, and that's the same with us. There's going to be a day where the Lord is going to pull us back, you know, in this whole idea of YouTube beginning to monitor. Well, they already been monitoring what's going out pretty much. You know, they put strikes on brothers' channels. But now they finna take it to the extreme. They're gonna all together just shut down a lot of these pages, which from what I was seeing, the different sources, what the brothers were putting out, YouTube is threatening to shut down thousands of channels, man. Okay? And in that sweep, a lot of these brothers that's bringing out this truth in this purest form is going to be shut down as well. And that's going to be nothing more than the Lord calling us into that ark, calling us back. Matter of fact, I'm going to continue that, but let me get some real quick. The book of Ezekiel, the 3rd chapter. And you know what I started at? The 24th verse. "Then the Spirit entered into me and set me upon my feet and spake with me and said unto me, Go, shut thyself within thy house." See? And that's what's going to happen. The Lord is going to shut us up. We're not going to be out on the streets anymore, man. Really, when you look at the scriptures give you a chronological order of how things are going to take place. Before everything really kick off, the Lord is going to muzzle this word. You're not going to have access to this word. And that's going to be the Lord, you know, pulling back his hand, pulling back that peace offering that he extended to Israel. See? It says, "Then the Spirit entered into me and set me upon my feet and spake with me and said unto me, Go, shut thyself within thine house. But thou, O son of man, behold, they shall put bands upon thee and shall bind thee with them, and thou shalt not go out among them." Yeah, we're not going to go out in the streets and teach. When all hell breaking loose, you're not going to see us out there setting up a camp. All right? And this is twofold. This also means we're not going to go out on the internet highways, okay? Because right now when we upload videos, in the spirit, we're going out amongst you people, all right? Verse 26, "And I will make thy tongue cleave to the roof of thy mouth, that thou shalt be dumb and shalt not be to them a reprover." See? So the Lord is going to ultimately make our tongue cleave to the roof of our mouth, and we're not going to be unto you people a reprover, meaning we're not going to, you know, reprove and correct Jake forever. YouTube is not going to be forever, man. We're not going to just be in the stage of uploading videos and warning you. At some point, the warning stops and the destruction comes. And again, this whole idea of YouTube shutting down these channels is the beginning stages of that. See, the Lord is getting ready to spring into action, man. Okay, "And I will make thy tongue cleave to the roof of thy mouth, that thou shalt be dumb and shalt not be to them a reprover, for they are a rebellious house." Yeah, and like I mentioned, this judgment is namely going to be aimed at you Israelites. Why? Because you're a rebellious house. Okay? You refuse to hearken to the prophets of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. All right? Matter of fact, what's that? Yep, let me go here before we go back to Matthew 24. This is Matthew 23 and 37. "O Jerusalem, Jerusalem," okay, that's dealing with you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, "thou that killest the prophets and stonest them which are sent unto thee. Yeah, in the ancient world, you actually killed us. But now, in this time, you just reject us altogether. See? It said, how often would I have gathered thy children together, even as a hen gather her chickens under her wings, and ye would not. Yeah, and that's what's happening right now. This is a gathering. The Lord is gathering his people, the elect. But Israel would not have that. See? It says, how often would I have gathered thy children together, even as a hen gather her chickens unto her wings, and ye would not. Yeah, you don't want to gather in this council and get this knowledge that you might be delivered. So what's going to be the repercussions of that? Verse 38, behold, your house is left unto you desolate. Right, so now you have to suffer the consequences, as they say, man. And that's the chronological order. Since you rejected his word, the Lord is going to pour his word back, and your house is going to be left unto you desolate. See? So back in Matthew 24 in 38, for as in the days of Noah, Salaki, for as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark. See? And knew not until the flood came and took them all away, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. See? So there's going to be a day where the Lord is going to actually call us back into the ark, you know, symbolically. Just like when Noah went into that ark. Because what was Noah doing? Noah was prophesying, man. Noah was actually prophesying. Matter of fact, let's get that real quick. Second Peter, is it? Yep, Second Peter 2 and 5, it says, and spare not the old world, but save Noah, the eighth person, a preacher of righteousness. See, bringing the flood upon the world of the ungodly. So Noah wasn't just out there building the ark. No, Noah was building the ark, and simultaneously he was preaching. He was conveying the words of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shah to the people. He was pretty much telling them, look, you're going to die, man, unless you get right. But the Lord knew that they wasn't going to get right, because really when you go into it, Noah built the ark that can only house a certain number. Noah knew that those people weren't going to get right, man, because if he thought they was going to get right, he would have built a big enough ark for everybody, you know? So the moral of the story is there's a time where this word was foretold and set and appointed to go out, you know, for the elect to be sealed. Then you're going to have a time where the destruction is going to come. Matter of fact, let's end off with this right here. Revelation 7 and 1. And after these things, I saw four angels standing on the four corners of the earth, holding the four winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. And that's dealing with what? The destruction. Verse 2, and I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power, and he cried with a loud voice to the four angels, to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads. Yes, so the destruction is being held off until this word go out, and this word is going to pretty much seal the elect so that they might not partake in this destruction. But once the elect is sealed, which is going to be sealed by the word, the hearing of this word, then all hell is going to break loose, man. So again, the mere fact that you see YouTube threatening to take down these channels, that's going to ultimately lead to this word being compromised, this word not going out, which is going to be nothing more than a sign that the destruction is on the way. So yeah, I just wanted to touch on that, Lord willing. It was edifying. Till the next time I say shalom.